Good morning, motorsport lovers. Good evening to the ones who breathe two-stroke dreams and four-stroke fury. This is MotoGP. This is 2025. And this is Aragon, where legends don't just race, they resurrect. Until Friday morning, the paddock chatter was predictable. Can Ducati be beaten? Is Pecco finally going to find his rhythm? Will the GP25 shine or stumble? And then, silence. Because FP1 came, and just like last year, the name stitched at the top didn't move. It was Marc Marquez, the man, the myth, the madness, and most importantly, the speed. Aragon 2024, let's rewind. 1 year ago, same venue, different bike. Marc Marquez wasn't on the red of the factory Ducati. He was on the black and blue of Gresini, still adapting, still waiting, still hearing the noise. He's done. He's broken. His best days are gone. And then came Aragon. No gimmicks, no help from the heavens, just raw pace. He took the GP23, technically inferior to the GP24, and put it 4.2 seconds ahead of the field. That wasn't just a victory, that was a resurrection. That was a warning to Bagnaia and Jorge Martin. I'm not done, I'm just getting started. He followed that up with 2 more wins before the season closed. And that, my friends, is why Ducati made their decision. They didn't just sign a rider, they signed the rebirth of a storm. 2025, Ducati's dilemma, Marc's dominance, and Pecco's struggle. The 2025 season didn't just bring Marc Marquez into red leathers. It brought a shift in Ducati's energy, in their garage, and in their rhythm. Because now, sitting next to Marc, is Francesco Pecco Bagnaia, 2-time world champion, master of precision, and for a long time, the benchmark of Ducati development. But this year, it's different. Let's not make the mistake of underestimating him. Pecco isn't riding slower. He's pushing harder than anyone else. But here's the tragedy of overpushing. You lose the rhythm. You lose the sweet spot. You lose the flow that makes a rider invisible to the stopwatch. Pecco has always been a maestro of front-end confidence. Late braking, that's his signature. Corner speed, surgical. No one in the paddock will deny that. Not even Marc Marquez himself. Remember last year? There were races where Marc was chasing Pecco, wheel to wheel. And Marc said it himself. His braking and corner entry are so good, he's very strong there. But that Pecco, that confidence, that connection to the bike, it's been missing. And not since race 1. Not even Qatar. It's been gone since preseason testing. Since the first laps of 2025, Pecco has been searching, chasing shadows, fighting for sensations that haven't returned. And when you're chasing a feeling that won't come back, you start forcing it. And when you force it, mistakes, overruns, lost tenths, broken confidence. Right now, Pecco Bagnaia is riding with the heart of a lion, but the rhythm of a storm. Now we're back to this weekend, Friday practice. Aragon. Marc Marquez didn't just top the timesheets, he obliterated them. At one point, he was over a full second clear of the entire field. The final margin? 0.204x ahead of his brother Alex Marquez. But make no mistake, Marc wasn't pushing every lap. He was studying, planning, managing his risk. Because Aragon comes naturally to him. In his own words, "Here, everything comes more naturally, but I need extra concentration not to make any mistakes." Why? Because Sundays are his weak point. Yes, let that sink in. Marc Marquez, with 3 Sunday crashes already this season, each while being in a position to win, has openly admitted that Sundays are where the danger lies. Silverstone was a clear example. He crashed, but the red flag saved him. Restarted, recovered. Finished 3rd, but that's not enough for Marc Marquez. He doesn't ride for thirds, he rides to crush. Let's talk about the machine beneath them, the Ducati GP25. It's supposed to be the gold standard, a bike designed with evolution in every department: power delivery, turning, acceleration, aero efficiency. But so far, what it's delivered is confusion. The same machine is producing polarizing results. On one side, Marc Marquez. He fights the bike into submission. He doesn't wait for the perfect setup. He extracts the maximum from the mess. And on the other side, Fabio Di Giannantonio, a rider not known for complaining, yet even he has voiced his frustration. He said it straight. The GP25 is not consistent. One session, you feel magic. The next, it's like riding a completely different bike. And that inconsistency is what's killing Ducati's rhythm across the board. Marc is fast, yes, but even he knows the machine isn't perfect. He's just compensating with instinct. Sometimes I feel the front and rear slide together, Marc said about turn 10. You can do it for some laps, not every lap. The bike won't let you exaggerate too long. It's like dancing with a cobra. One wrong move, and it bites. So while the GP25 is faster on paper, in reality, it's a puzzle. And only one man seems to be solving it right now. The Marquez brothers. And behind him, Alex Marquez. The quiet storm. Second in practice. Watching, learning, knowing. Alex knows exactly where Marc is taking the risks, and Marc knows Alex is watching. They have the data, they have the videos, Marc said. They know where I'm sliding both tires at turn 10. But you can only do that for a few laps, not all race. It's not sustainable. It's a balancing act on a blade. Alex Marquez, pushing to the limit may not be enough to beat Marc. Second-placed Alex Marquez has offered a candid and humble reflection ahead of the 2025 Aragon Grand Prix, admitting that beating his brother Marc Marquez might take more than just riding at the limit. Marc, now riding for the Ducati Lenovo team, comes into the weekend with a 24-point lead in the championship and a fearsome record at the Motorland Aragon circuit. He's won here 8 times across all classes, including an unbroken run in the Premier class from 2016 to 2019. And he dominated the venue again in 2024, winning the sprint, qualifying, and the Grand Prix. When asked what it would take to stop Marc this weekend, Alex responded with both realism and humor. Push, 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 he smiled. Because he pushes more than us. You're at 100%, but he's at 101%, on the limit everywhere. Here, maybe pushing to the limit will not even be enough to beat Marc. It's like this. It's one of his gardens. The Gresini racing rider acknowledged the brutal challenge that lies ahead, especially given how Marc seems to unlock an extra level at tracks where he has a strong emotional and statistical history, like Aragon. Yet Alex didn't rule himself out entirely. He pointed to Marc's occasional mistakes in past Aragon races as a possible opening. We saw in the past some drama here with some mistakes of him, and it's not an easy track to not make mistakes. Despite the psychological pressure of chasing a brother who's not just a sibling, but an 8-time world champion, Alex is focused on his own game. Same mentality as every weekend. Try to be as competitive as we can. Try to extract our 100% potential, and try to take home the maximum points we can. It's a mature and measured mindset from a rider who knows the mountain he's trying to climb. But it's also laced with fire. Alex Marquez hasn't been this close to a title fight since stepping into MotoGP. He's not backing down, even if he's racing in his brother's garden. But if there's anyone who can do it for one lap, for one perfect lap, it's Marc. And that's why today, on Saturday, he's going for pole. And if nothing breaks, the sprint is already in his pocket.